David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So the fucking ordeal continued today. Back-to-back days of fucked upness. So we ended up leaving fucking Villa Flames, which is one of the nicest places we've stayed. It was so fucking beautiful. Look it up. We left at about lunchtime to head to Tarragona or whatever the fuck it's called to meet my mate Sammy, and it's a 2-hour drive. A 2-hour leisurely drive that is meant to be just fucking chill, check out some scenery, incident-free, just enjoy the ride. The car's working, everything's good. So we're burning down the highway. I am enjoying the ride, and then I get fucking stuck behind this truck or a bus. I can't even remember what it was. I think it was a truck. And I wasn't really paying attention, but you're like flying around here. It's 120. The speed limit's 120 k's an hour, which is relatively high, and you feel like you're moving. So when you fucking get stuck behind a slow-ass truck, it gets a little bit fucking annoying and frustrating. So I was behind this truck for ages, and I'm talking to my wife. And then, you know, you're like, all right, fucking, it's about time to make a move away from this truck. And it's just a single lane my way and a single lane the opposite way. And we're not on a busy road either. And the highway, it wasn't like a full highway. It was a freeway, or I don't even know the difference. But it was a main road, but it was empty. Just me and the truck and some open road. So I'm there and I'm like, all right, it's time to make a move. Let me just poke my head out a little bit. Let me just poke my head out and I'll see what's going on in the other lane. You know how you do it. You just fucking go out into the little lane next to you. You poke your head out and you're like, all right, it's clear there. In a certain amount of time, I'm going to be able to take over this truck or overtake this truck. So I do that, except I was a little bit unfocused because this truck was boring. The conversation with my wife was probably boring. So I'm not even concentrating, and I fucking peek into the next lane, but I sort of go almost all the way into the next lane, and I hadn't even been meaning to overtake or anything. I just wanted to see, but I get almost the full car into the other lane, and I was so close to the fucking bus or the truck in front of me that I couldn't see anything coming the opposite way. And I've got the whole car out into the second lane, and I look, and there's a fucking car coming directly at me. It's about 100 meters away, 50 meters away. It wasn't very far away. It was close enough for me to tell immediately that it was a police car. Like, the road is empty. I can't reiterate that enough. The road is empty. I'm poking my head out to see what's going on, and I've pulled out almost into the middle of the oncoming traffic, and the oncoming traffic just happens to be, there's one car, and it just happens to be a police officer in the middle of nowhere. In the fucking middle of nowhere. And so I see it, and I fucking big swerve back into my lane. It was like a fucking swerve. It was a guilty swerve. It was a swerve where it's like, fuck, I saw that was a police officer, but also, fuck, I almost had a crash. And the police officer drives past. I look in the rearview mirror, and like maybe 2 seconds after he passes us, indicator goes on, U-turn behind us, lights are on, and he starts fucking gaining ground on us. And I'm like, should I try and run for it? Should I fucking floor it and see how far we can get? And I decide against it. And I'm like, all right, this isn't going to be the same as the last one. This isn't going to be running an accidental red light. This is a little more serious. I knew it was going to be serious. My wife thought it was going to turn out the same as the last one. I knew immediately it wasn't going to. So I pull over. The cop comes to my fucking window. I try the old Lo Siento fucking hablo muy poco fucking Espanol, and he is not fucking falling for the charm at all. Zero interest in my pocos and my Espanols. He's like, English? And I'm like, yeah. And I pull out my phone. And I'm like, can you just fucking speak into this, the translate thing? And he starts talking, and it's basically like, you know, many people have died on this road. What you did was fucked. Like, it's insane what you just did. You're going to get cautioned. You're going to get a fine. Not only that, you're going to get a fine because your daughter in the back is not in a fucking restraining seat. So you're going to get double fine, and it's not looking good for you. And I said back to him through the translate thing, I fully understand. I was momentarily confused. I know what I did was wrong. I fully understand. I played that angle. I was like, I'm just going to fucking cop it. I'm just going to cop what comes to me here. So he goes, all right, the fine is going to be 500 euros for the dangerous driving and not having your daughter restrained in a baby seat. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I would rather pull the gun out of your holster and shoot myself in the head than pay you $500. He's like, it's $500 or you can pay me $250 now. Euro. It's not dollars, it's euro. And I'm like, now? You want me to pay it now? What kind of fucking corruption is this? And I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Pay now. So I call my mate Sammy and I'm like, fucking, can you speak to this police officer? I told him what had happened. I'm like, can you speak to him? Because he wants us to pay now. But before I called Sammy, I tried to do some bargaining. He said 250 and I typed in my phone 200 and showed him, and he just laughed in my face. And I didn't understand exactly the words he was saying in Spanish, but I got the gist. Was like, hey, this isn't a fucking bargaining arrangement here. We're not fucking back and forth. And he's laughing. He's doing that. This isn't a back and forth thing. I'm telling you what's going on and you're going to do what I tell you to do. He was that kind of guy. And so I called my mate Sammy. I'd given the police officer my license at this stage, and it's Australian. And he's like, Australiano. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Australian. Because he thought I was American at the start. I was like, maybe I might get a little bit of luck here being Australian. So my mate Sammy jumps on the phone. They have a big conversation. I jump back on the phone with Sammy. I'm like, what's the fucking verdict? He's like, he was saying that you're going to get a fine. It's going to be 500, but if you pay now, it will be 250. He's like, don't think this is corruption. This is just what it is. This is how it works. This is how foreigners get fined here. It's all getting put through the system. There's no fucking corruption. You're just getting the citations for the illegal shit you're doing. And I'm like, okay. So in between this and that, the other cop has come back and said, do you have an international driver's license? And I'm like, no, I just have an Australian driver's license. He's like, well, you're going to get another extra fine for not having an international driver's license. I'm like, I got the hire car. They gave me the hire car. I can use just my Australian license. And they're not understanding. Like, I don't have the language. They don't have the language. They're the police officers. I have no power. I'm like, this is fucked. There's nothing I can do. I kept my mate Sammy on the phone. Sammy went back on the phone, spoke to the police officer. The police officer said, now the fine is $700 because of the international driver's license, no international driver's license, no baby seat, and dangerous driving. So it's €700. And you've got to remember, euro to US dollar is 85 euro cents to a US dollar. And if you want to do it in Australian dollars, it's like fucking 60 Australian cents or fucking 60 euros to $1 Australian dollar. It's outrageous. So my mate Sammy says to me, look, it's $700, but if you pay now, it's only €350. And I was like, well, how about fucking I don't pay now? Just give me the fine and I'll pay it as soon as like I get back to the US. Just give me the fine and I'll accept it. €700, that's fine. I accept it. I accept that I did the wrong thing. Give me the fine. I'm not going to pay it now. I'll pay it as soon as I get back. Like, trust me, I will. That's my plan. I plan on 100% paying this fine. And so Sammy jumps on the phone. The cop and him have a very brief conversation. Sammy jumps back on and he's like, yeah, so the deal with that is if you don't pay the fine now, they're just going to take your car. They said they'll impound your car. And I'm like, all right, well, fucking, that doesn't seem to be an option then. I'm like, I'm happy to take the fine and pay it later if you want to work out that deal. And they weren't really into it. And I was like, should I just let them take this piece of shit car that cut out on me yesterday? Leave them with the fucking headache? And I decided against it. So fucking, I just had to cop it. I had to cop €350 in fines for fucking 3 citations, dangerous driving, an unrestrained minor, and no international driver's license. Cha-ching. Fucking 350 fucking euro on the credit. On the fucking credit. And we're like fucking trying to stay in the dodgiest places just to save like €15. And that just gets wiped. And so we paid it. We drove off. They didn't say anything about not driving with my daughter unrestrained. They just wanted to clean me out. And so we're driving and I'm like, fucking, how is that? How is that the one car on the road coming in the opposite direction is a fucking cop car? And my wife goes, yeah, that was very unlucky. I'm like, is it unlucky though? Like, was that situation unlucky? Because I don't really believe in good luck or bad luck. Things just are. I tell you what, bad luck might have been. Bad luck might have been I did that fucking retarded maneuver 3 or 4 seconds later, or the cop car's 3 or 4 seconds closer, and I fucking have a head-on collision with a fucking police car. That would probably be considered bad luck or stupidity or good luck. I don't know. But I'm not saying this is good or bad luck. This just is, just like I am just retarded. I am fucking retarded. Anyway, fucking, that'll do it for tonight. And I'll see you the fuck later.